Well, I hate to do counter-programming, but it's hard not to see what's going on over there. Pitt is in position to lose now, Shelby. It's 4th and goal for North Carolina at the Pitt 2-yard line, and a field goal ties the game, or they can go for it and try to win the game. We'll see what they do here. But there's another game. You mentioned Baltimore. They are struggling at Miami, 6-3 in the fourth quarter. They trail. I can't figure out the NFL. I'm never going to try to figure out the NFL anymore. If Baltimore to me has been unimpressive. Yes, they're 6-2. You can easily make a case that they could be 3-5. What's your thought on? Is it just the league, or are they, surviving and advancing? Good for them, but they haven't been impressive.
No, they haven't been impressive whatsoever, and that tonight is sort of the peak of that point, Bob. When I saw the schedule for tonight, I thought, oh, easy win for Baltimore. Is it really worth even checking in on the game every so often? And when I checked it, when I got here tonight, I thought, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on in this league? It's a combination of just bad football and maybe some evenly matched teams that we didn't really expect. Baltimore hasn't been impressive. Miami surely hasn't been impressive. So maybe combining those two teams, you have a little bit more of a competitive game than you want. And I say competitive very loosely because no one's scoring. And I know the color analyst there said if you like punts and not being able to convert on third downs, then tonight's game is the one for you.
Yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums it up. So if you had to look at the AFC right now, I came into this thinking that a team like maybe the Chargers, the Chiefs, certainly they're going to always be, but they have had their issues and they still do. If you're looking at a team right now that is the cream of the AFC crop, I don't know that I can pinpoint one specific. I guess it would have to be Tennessee, although they have some issues moving forward. Who would be your team?
There's certainly no team that wants to run away with the AFC, apparently. I would have said Buffalo maybe 2 weeks ago, but
not
after
anymore.
that loss against Jacksonville, how can you say that they're the cream of the crop in the AFC? You really can't. I'd pick Tennessee as well. They just seem to be the best of what the AFC has been doing lately, which, I mean, it's competitive every single week. Really, any of these teams, for the most part, can go in to any stadium and win. And you know what? The NFL might like that a little bit because that's what makes these games exciting. You'd never anticipate that Jacksonville would beat Buffalo. You'd never anticipate that Miami would beat Baltimore, but here we are. And it keeps people coming back to a degree because they want to see these games go down to the wire and they want to see an upset every once in a while.
Yeah, the Steelers have 2 very impressive road wins at Buffalo, at Cleveland. And at the beginning of the season, if you had said that, you probably would have been laughed at because no one expected that in the first week of the season. And certainly in Cleveland, man, there's up and down. Cincinnati has come back to life. So there's a lot of different ways to go here, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know about the Bengals. I was buying them for a while. Now I'm not buying them so much.
No, I'm definitely down on the Bengals right now, especially after the loss to the Jets, the way they played against Cleveland. They started out the season so well, and it was almost eye-opening because you sort of thought they'd once again wind up in the bottom of the AFC North. But they started out so well. Joe Burrow looked so good. They had some weapons that really came to be, Jamar Chase being one of them. And then you lose to the Jets. You get blown out by Cleveland, who honestly just needed to get back out onto the football field and perform that way after the week they had with Odell Beckham Jr. And now I'm totally down on Cincinnati because of the way they've played these last 2 weeks. Do you think it was a fluke, Bob, the way they started out, or what have these last 2 weeks been like for you to watch them?
Well, good thing I don't bet. Let's just put it that way. And that's how we'll end the show.
Same here.
I used to, not anymore. Anyway, that's going to do it for us, Shelby. Thanks. We appreciate that. And we look forward to talking to everyone over the weekend. We have a lot of shows planned for you as well. The game is on Fox, but we'll be on after the game as well on Pittsburgh CW. So thank you for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow night right here at 10:35. Good night.